What up, y'all? It's your. Oh my god. Oh, I muted you. Get it. Anyways, what up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Life of JT. I'm your girl, JT. As y'all know, I'm in bed because it is 8 o'clock, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all this video because I have lots of information to drop for you guys. So, I've been looking at the comments, I've been reading my DMs, I've been reading the messages from my Patreon, which I am going to put the link down below. And as y'all know, I have been having a lot of questions about my breast augmentation coming up. So I wanted to go ahead and get into it with you guys and basically express some of the stuff that I have been going, because y'all, my surgery's tomorrow in the morning. I know. I'm so excited, but at the same time, I'm like, whew, calm down. Like, calm down. So, you know, my doctor, they prescribed me Xanax to calm down because I'm a little nervous, but also I'm anxious. So, it'll mellow me out, which hopefully don't mellow me out too much. But anyways, so yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get into the biz and get into the topic of my breast augmentation. So, as y'all know, of course, in my original video, I had my consultation visit and I explained to you guys everything that the doctor had basically sent to me, and basically I got to choose my sizes, which was 400 cc's and 425 cc's. If you guys have not checked that video out, go ahead and check it out now. You guys can go to my channel, it'll be listed there, Breast Augmentation Part 1. As you guys know, this is going to be a series, so go ahead and follow it and keep up with it, but go watch that one if you haven't, because it's going to have a lot of information about pricing, the details of the surgery, the type of incision I'm getting, and also my sizing. It's going to have pictures because it's going to have my measurements and, of course, pictures for you guys to be able to see how much basically everything's going to be and why I decided to get my boobs done in Georgia versus going to Miami or traveling out of state. So that informational video has a lot of content in it, but it's very good for you guys to go watch it and get informed. This video, at the other hand, is going to be talking about my my pre-op consultation. I'm sorry, because last week I had my pre-op consultation and I was able to go back, confirm all of my surgery documentation, pay off the rest of my surgery, of course. So I had to pay off the rest of the $4,050. And then also make sure that I get all of my prescriptions, because y'all, I had 5 prescriptions to take. And it's like hydrocodone, it's promethazine, it's like, what you call this, Flixil or Ferrixil, and it's one more, and then like a muscle relaxer. But literally there's so many. And then I had to start my antibiotics, which I'm actually in the process of doing, and I need to take in 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting into that with you guys. But that was what happened when I did go into my consultation for my pre-op appointment. They wanted me to choose in more detail about the type of boobs and the look that I wanted. Not more so of the sizing, but how I wanted them to look. So I had to go in, and they gave me this book, which was like a big book. And they basically wanted me to choose like between what looks good, what looks bad, and what looks okay. And I had to put my sticky notes on everything that looked good, bad, okay, and then move on. I had to sign all of the documentation for my surgery, which is in this pamphlet, which is basically a book, y'all. Like, it's a book. I signed all of these documents, all of them. So these documents consist of preparing for the surgery. It consists of the clothing that you need to do, check-ins, medications to avoid, going through the operational room, general surgery risk. That's like 5 pages right there. I mean, we get there's always risk in surgery, but we still do it, okay? Because we want to look fly. But anyways, no, but then of course they have the health factors that could play a part. They have the anesthesia information, they have the lab work information. And I had got my lab work done before my pre-op consultation because I needed to make sure that I was going to be good to go and that I wasn't going to be basically having any issues as far as one, if I am basically bleeding for too long, which they have to prick your finger and they have to prick your arm. Because they want to, and they have to do it for 10 minutes because they want to see if necessarily if you bleed and you continue to bleed after 10 minutes, you're going to bleed out in a sense on the table. And we don't want that. So they have to time it when you're getting your lab work done to see necessarily how long it takes you to bleed out and stop bleeding. Mine took about like 7 minutes. So, but who knows? Everyone might be different. So that was one thing. And then, of course, they have to draw 2 tubes of blood. One is for a pregnancy test. And the other one is, of course, for any blood work that needs to be done, CBC tests, etc. So I had to do that. And then I had to guarantee my surgery time at my pre-op consultation once they got my lab work. And they also check your blood pressure at your lab work, too, to confirm that you're good to go. One thing that I did go through that I'm not sure if other people go through when they do get their surgeries, but I was actually considered hypertension stage 2 like for a week, which is crazy because I've never had high blood pressure. I come from a family where we are very particular about what we eat because it does run in our family. So I always knew that never had high blood pressure. Every time I went to the doctor, I always was 180 or 120 over 80. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what. I thought I was going to be fine going into my pre-op consultation. And I was hypertension. I was like stage 2. So I had to literally relax. But I realized also I was going through a lot of stress and I wasn't getting sleep because my work with me being a project manager got super hectic for me and I wasn't able to keep up with everything that was going on in the middle of February. Basically, I got really stressed out. But the moment that they told me that you need to calm down, like I immediately slept like a full day. I literally ate like really good and now I'm back to normal. So you can fix it if you have high blood pressure, if you have hypertension, stage 2, I was stage 2, you can fix it in a week. You just have to focus on what it is. And on top of that, I am actually a RMA, a registered one, so I can actually check my own. I'm not sure if you're supposed to, but I do it. I'm just going to put this like this because, yeah. This is what, I was going to wear to my actual surgery because they said wear some of the buttons, but and I bought it loose, but it's just a little too loose. And I was like, I don't know if my boobs will like this, so I'm not gonna wear it possibly. But who knows? Maybe not. But they said sleep in what you're gonna wear to your appointment because it's in the morning. So I was like, maybe not. We gonna see. But that was another thing. You have to wear something that buttons all the way down because it's easier to put on and take off when you are at your appointment and when you're sedated, and you don't want to put your arms up and down and then you can't get into your outfits. So you have to wear something comfortable. But yeah, so once I picked out what I liked as far as the design of the boobs and also what looked right, and also once they talked about my blood work and everything, I basically signed my paperwork, which was this whole book that basically had everything about
showers, ice packs. You have to buy ice packs. You have to stay away from alcohol and smoking, as you know they're gonna tell you every conversation. And you have to buy pads. You have to buy to put underneath them.
My bad, yeah. But you have to buy pads. You have to, get everything that you need and make sure your hair is good so that you're not touching your hair and going up and down. That's part of it. And they also recommended if you have like nausea really bad, that of course you get like Sprite or carbonated sodas and like of course crackers or something to like calm your stomach. But they're gonna prescribe you something too that basically helps out with that so that you don't have any issues. As far as when it goes to like any type of activities to do after you're done with surgery. You can't clean your house. So I went through and cleaned this whole house. I didn't have too much to do, but I knew that, of course, my boyfriend was going to be coming into town. So I wanted to go ahead and clean up because I don't know if he's going to mess everything up. So I did laundry. I, meal prepped, and I went ahead and meal prepped. And I'm going to show you guys actually too. Prepped a couple of items so I would not have to have him cook because, mind y'all, he's not the best cook. So don't tell him I said that. But yeah, he can make grilled cheese. So of course in my fridge, like I feel like I'm in cribs right now, but it's like welcome to my crib. I went ahead and meal prepped, of course, some items and then some subs so that basically he won't have to cook for me. I do have some Sprites in here. I also have waters pretty organized and ready. I have snacks. I have crackers. I have everything that I basically need. And then in my pantry, like I said, I have the saltine crackers so that I can basically be prepared just in case my stomach does, get rattled or if I'm not feeling well, because that's one thing about me. My body does not like medication. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed beforehand so that I could basically have a great surgery and recovery, and he won't have to do too much either. Especially because it's All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, if y'all know. So last thing I need is for him to be out, and then I have to feed him for myself too. I hope he wouldn't do that. I don't think he would. He wouldn't, but you never know. He might want to go out, and I'm not about to stop him from going out All-Star Weekend because I'll be asleep. But if I do wake up and necessarily I'm hungry, it'll already be ready. So meal prep your stuff too. That's a good thing. And then also, as far as when it comes to like any sports or driving and sexual activity, you can do any types of stuff like sexual activity and everything, but you have to be cleared by your doctor. So I would just, be prepared for that. But yeah, this book basically, and it tells you like the emotional time frames and what you're going to go through. I really like this part of the book because it gives you a time frame of like your healing process, your physical reactions. It usually takes about 3 days to 2 weeks for your stitches to come out, or 3 days to 1 week for your stitches to come out. And then of course, moving forward from there, in the 2 week period, your bruising should almost be gone. And then in the 1 month period, you should start to see your bruising go down even more, and your swelling should start to go down. And then, of course, from the 3 months, it should start to look good, but it's going to feel really tight and hard. So you should be up and moving by like day 2 or 3. It's just they're going to feel like a brick is sitting on your chest. So let's see how that goes. And then, of course, it does have like your mood swings or how you're going to feel. And, of course, on the final page, it does have like a lot of opioid information, which I thought was very important because a lot of people, when they do get surgery, and like what I said, I'm prescribed rapper drugs, okay? Like, the promethazine and the codeine, hydrocodone or whatever. So you got to be careful when taking those. So they give you this pamphlet on how to take your opioid pain medication because some pain medication is not going to always need to be taken. Y'all, my boobs are ready to pop out. Like, damn, girl, we ain't even get them done yet. But okay, I'm going to crop that out. But yes, so some people, as far as when it comes to taking their opioids, they do get addicted to them. So we want to try to make sure we're following this guide to make sure that we're taking painkillers when we need to and taking muscle relaxers when we need to instead of the pain medication, because sometimes you might not be in pain, you just might need your relax your muscles a little bit. That's just it. So this was another sheet that was very good and informative that they gave me, along with the big pamphlet that I said. So they give you this, they give you that, they give you this book about your type of boobs that you're getting. Mind you, because I am getting the memory gel silicone breast implants, which are high profile implants, which look like basically hers. It's going to tell me everything about the type of boobs that I have that I'm getting. So it's basically going to be showing you inside the differences in the types of boobs that you're getting. And of course, because I am getting high profile, mine's at the bottom, which is right here. And it goes from memory gel to, of course, high profile. So everything, you can see the difference in width and everything, etc. It also tells you about the anticipation of removal process, the type of sutures you're going to get done, and of course the 1 year to 2 year marks and how your boobs should be looking and feeling. So I would definitely read to this probably when I'm laid up in bed because I can't move, so I'll probably learn about my boobs a little more. I didn't really read it, y'all. I probably should have read it, but comment below how many y'all really read the information that y'all really look at. I didn't read this. I read this. I didn't read this. Listen, you only can get so much of a time, okay? Maybe I can read this on the toilet or something. Who knows? But not the toilet. But yes, so they give you everything that you need, of course. And then, as y'all know, I had already had my folder that had all of my information in it from my surgery that they give you, and basically talking about your on-site surgery. So you get a lot of information. And then, like what I said, I have like 5 medications. I started one today. I'm about to take it, but overall, the process has been pretty smooth. It's just more so of like the paperwork, the blood work, all of that was very smooth. I did go in, and I will let you guys know. Me personally, I felt like I did pay a little bit more in like my whole process when it came to get my boobs done, but that's just because my lab work was like $105, which I already knew it was going to be. Mind you, my boobs are like $4,050 left. So I had to pay $100 for, or $105 for my lab work. And then I had to pay $40 for my gowns because I wanted to wear certain outfits when I am laying at home because I don't want to put my hands over my head. The, what you call it?
Let me see, what do they call it? Exactly. Because y'all, I don't want to let y'all be confused and everything, but
so my Hipoclizin, which is like a wash that you basically have to do the day before and the day of your surgery, that was like $13. I got that at Walmart. So you can find it in any first aid aisle, and you'll be able to see they have a small bottle. I got the small bottle, which was $13. The large bottle was like $17, but you're only using it for 2 days. And then you also had to get colases, which is like a stool processor, or like basically to help you with making sure that you're not constipated, because some pain medications can make you constipated, so it's going to keep you going. Hopefully that doesn't have a bad reaction. But overall, you guys, I did not have to really take too much. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I had like 5 things, like what I said, so it wasn't too bad. And then all my prescriptions, you know, that's covered underneath your insurance if necessarily you do have insurance. So you'll probably have to pay out of pocket like $10 at most. So everything, like overall with extra costs, I would definitely say between, and I also went and bought like new pillows. I had some of them, but I went and bought new ones so that I can sit back comfortably and I'm not like leaning all the way back, because you know when you're laying in bed and you're trying to get up, you have to use your chest. So you don't want to have to use your whole chest to get out of bed. You want to be able to just sit back. If you need to get out of bed, you can easily lift and go. You don't want to have to be like, ugh, because you just got stitches. Why would you want to know? So definitely make sure that you have a good support on your bed to make sure that you're not having to get out of bed too crazy, so that you can easily be really comfortable. Like that's the main part of the surgery that costs a lot. And my pillows were like $20, but honestly they're worth it because you want to be as comfortable as possible during this time frame. And on top of that, you know, that's about it. You just want to be comfortable. So $100 for your lab work. You have $40 for the gowns that you have to wear and put up, which are button downs, of course, all the way down. And you wear those. I got 2 of them to make sure I can switch out of them and wash them. And then, of course, your pads, your other items such as your wash and your collace was together like $20, $25. So overall, you're looking at a good $200 extra on top of what they don't recommend you get. But once you kind of go pick up those things, you're gonna see it. So those were like the extra costs, which weren't too bad to me, but I can definitely see how that can. If you're thinking about getting your boobs done, just think about some of those items that, you know, the doctor doesn't say, but it's also going to be a cost. Because yes, they're going to prescribe you medication, but you always have to pay a fee. So they're not going to, insurance has to pay the whole price for your medication. Even if you get one item, it might be 77 cents, you know, or something. So it's like those prescriptions along with your gowns and everything else is going to always be factored into an extra cost. So just factor in, even though, you know, my boobs were $4,500, I definitely spent an extra $200, maybe $250, just to like make sure I'm comfortable in my own home and that I'm going to be comfortable with whatever I'm wearing. So I would say $2,700, to be honest. But that's still not bad, because the $250 that you say, like, that you would save on, I mean, you would have to pay that if you were staying at a caretaker's home or anything, or if you had to go somewhere. So honestly, it's the same cost. It's just you get to be in the own comfort of your own home. And then on top of that, I mean, I get to use my boyfriend as, like, you know, a little servant. So that's going to be life anyways. So that's going to be exciting. I'm excited. You know, as far as when it comes to tomorrow, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this day to go by really quickly so that I can just get it over with. My boyfriend's talking about he's gonna, while I'm in surgery, gonna be going to Saks. I don't know if he's gonna have time to go to Saks and also pick me up, but I mean, I don't mind it because he gave me some Gucci slides. So, you know, go to Saks, babe, and then when I come out of surgery, be here and with my shoes so that I can, you know, have both. But that's the exciting part. I'm definitely going to do another video for you guys of talking about necessarily my healing process, how I feel after my surgery. Y'all be aware. I'm warning you now. My boyfriend is going to be recording from the tomorrow until Saturday. So I'm going to be sedated. So anything that I do say, you guys are going to get the real. You're going to get the raw footage. You're going to get how I feel, what I feel. It's going to come from my head straight out my mouth. Okay? That sounds so nasty. But yes, it's going to happen. And honestly, you guys are going to be able to physically understand each part of my surgery. I'm even going to be filming when I get there, talking about how quick it takes me to go to sleep. You know, how uncomfortable my IV was, and they also give you some of your antibiotic medication through an IV when you get there, so you don't even have to take any of your pain medication yet because they give you all of that through an IV. So I'm going to be feeling real good tomorrow, okay? And I'm going to film it for y'all, so beware. I'm not going to be filming, he going to be filming, but we going to definitely give y'all the tea on what's going on, what the breast consultation really was like, the breast augmentation surgery, and how I feel afterwards. I should start to be more comfortable around day 3 to film and give y'all some more information, but I'll keep y'all updated. And as y'all already know, I'm going to go ahead and end it, but go ahead and follow me on my IG / or y'all already know, Instagram at iamgolden.21. You'll be able to get more updates on some of the stories that I'll be posting because, you know, your girl be chefing it up. And on top of that, y'all be able to see necessarily the errands that I've been running to get ready. So it kind of just describes my day a little bit quicker before I kind of make my YouTube video and then I put it all together. So, you know, I'm a poster. I like to post. So y'all go follow me on my Instagram. Once again, I'm gonna put it right here or right here, somewhere right here. I don't know. Y'all already know. But go follow me at IamGolden.21. And then of course go follow my Patreon. It definitely helps support my channel. So I'm gonna be able to do more footage for y'all. And definitely, I want to actually get a studio space to talk to y'all a little bit more. So definitely go ahead and check that out. I'm going to have a link down below for y'all to go ahead and check it out. And it's going to have some raw behind the scenes footage about what I can't post on YouTube, because y'all know they be basically having guidelines and rules about what you can and cannot post. I mean, I can't post my surgical stitches and my bras and all that and everything. So I'm going to be posting pictures of my wraps and my boobs and everything on my Patreon, so y'all can go ahead and check that out. And you'll be able to send me messages, and I can be able to respond to them first, of course, before I respond to any of the comments down below. So definitely, if you want to jump the line, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon. And also go follow me at IamGolden20.21 on my IG. And yeah, it's been a pleasure, you guys. But I'll keep y'all updated tomorrow. And this is the pre-day surgery, day 1. So good night, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. And hopefully it goes well. I know it's going to. But tomorrow, your girl's going to have new boobs. Bye, y'all. Peace out. Send all my Scorpio love y'all way.